You may have heard the latest commercials telling you that, now that the iPhone has 5G on it, now all of a sudden it's something big deal. And I will tell you, when 4G came out, it was something of a big deal because you were able to get it everywhere. But I want to talk about whether or not 5G makes sense here at the end of 2020. And so what I'm setting out to do here in Northern Virginia, which is a suburb of DC, is to determine whether or not 5G is actually viable in 2020 or not. So you probably heard the commercial that said something along the lines of, now that Apple has the iPhone with 5G, now 5G got real. Well, it's only real if you can actually get 5G. So that's going to be the question. Can you get 5G service? And that's what we're about to test. So check it out. So here I am in Northern Virginia, and as you can see right over there is a tower. And this is a pretty big suburb called South Riding here in Northern Virginia. And literally right across this street is where a cell tower is. So let's see, are we getting 5G service here? I am using the Samsung Note 10 5G. As I drive right up to that tower, which is right here on my right now, still no 5G. All right, so we're heading on to the exit for the airport right here. And so far, as I've driven along this road toward the airport, which is on my right, I have not gotten a 5G signal. So now we're gonna go directly to the airport and see what we get. As I'm pulling up to the terminal, which is over here on our left, I still have absolutely no 5G signal. So the Dulles Airport is supposed to be where there's a signal here in Northern Virginia. So I've pretty much gone to the airport, and thus far I've gotten nothing. I'm gonna pull up to the area where I would go if I'm picking people up, if I was picking somebody up, and I'll see if I get a signal right outside the airport. So as I'm going around the airport here, I've gone around the circle a number of times, and as you get close to the terminal where you pick somebody up, you are getting some 5G signal. And I'm imagining inside the airport, if you were working in the airport, it would be a nice 5G signal. There is a significant bump, 5G versus 4G. That said, unless I'm gonna be working at the airport or traveling around the airport all day, my thought so far, or if I'm in Washington DC, or if I'm in a major city and I'm spending a lot of time there, but we're talking about 2020, where most of us are working from home, and I still think that even if you have a phone that has 5G, it really doesn't make a difference if you can't get the 5G service. So is paying more money for a 5G phone worth it at the end of 2020? Right now, no. I don't think so. I would like to hear if you think differently. Definitely comment below and let me know why you would feel differently. But for now, as I'm saying, near my home, right underneath the tower, checked a couple different towers around town and nearby where I live, and there's no 5G service nearby. So make sure you're checking what the 5G service is. And of course I have Verizon. So, they say T-Mobile has more coverage of 5G in my area, but from everything I'm seeing, their 5G coverage is much slower. It's not true 5G. 5G means 5th generation, so it's not the super fast 5G. And I know they're having to work on correcting some of that stuff so that people aren't getting false information on what 5G means. So right now, should you invest in a 5G phone if you already have a 4G phone that's working great? I don't think so. When 4G came out and it was pretty big pretty quickly, I was one of the first people to jump on getting a 4G phone. I also waited a while because Samsungs have had 5G for over a year now, and it's just not viable unless you're in a large city. So why pay all that extra money? You tell me, why pay extra money for the phone? Right now, the plans aren't more expensive necessarily for a 5G plan because I have one, and you see the results. but I don't know that it makes sense necessarily to invest in a new phone when you could wait another year and get next year's 5G phone where maybe you'll actually get 5G service. So I hope this was helpful. Definitely give a thumbs up. Let me know if you want me to update this in a couple months and see if anything changes. But thank you for watching this video. If you like DIY around the house type of projects and that type of thing, then this is definitely a channel for you. I hope you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.